Hello everyone, this is Daryl20 and welcome to episode 6 of Daryl20's Let's Play of Allthemodium 8. Today, I got some stuff going on. So we made all this, which is cool, I think. And we should have a decent-ish amount of Allthemodium ore. Nice. Okay, cool. I also upgraded my furnace between episodes. Made it a little better. Not amazing, but better for sure. Definitely a little bit better. I would like to get an ender pearl though, because I want to get another upgrade or two. And there's a couple upgrades you can get off a diamond. One requires a single ender pearl, and the other requires 8 emeralds. So I feel like if I could get an ender pearl, that would probably be the way to go, right? So I'm gonna go do that real quick if I can. Then I want to start getting into tech. I want to use the Allthemodium to make probably some OP armor and tools. Then I want to get into tech stuff and see what kind of shenanigans we can get into. Probably with Mekanism. Just getting some basic tech up and running, and probably work towards maybe an applied energistic system so that we can have better item storage and wireless access and all that good stuff. We should probably consider a base at some point. And you know 9x9s are going to happen, because that's the way things happen in my series. 9x9s are the win, right? So my standard base will make an appearance at some point. You know, lots of stuff to do today. So let me find an ender pearl or two real quick, and then I'll be back. Does that sound like a good plan? All right, back in a moment then. I made it. Half a heart, but I survived. I slashed home because that's what I do now. Yeah, that was a close one. Not gonna lie, that was tight. That was cutting it close. But we did get an ender pearl, so yay. And more seeds and more mob droppy type things and some Botania flowers and more mob droppy type things and another weird tool that I don't super duper need. But the ender pearl is what I needed, and a blaze rod. So if we take a look at the diamond furnace, there are 2 upgrades from it, like I said. So this cook time is 80, so it cuts the cook time in half to 40. Or I can get a glass version, which cuts the cook time down to 40. Now the emerald can turn into an obsidian, and the crystal can turn into an obsidian. So realistically, I think that it's basically your choice if you want to go crystal or emerald from here. I'm going to go crystal because it just requires an Eye of Ender, which is way cheaper than, than 8 emeralds. So for that, I'm going to need to smelt up some glass first. If I do this, will you behave? Yeah, it looks pretty good. And then once I get that, we'll be cool. So now I should be able to take this stuff and... Hello, building materials. Yeah, making a home. All kinds of quests getting completed. I should probably go through my quests and see what kind of rewards I can get, right? So that would be you, and that would be you. And that looks cool to me. And then an upgrade from this guy would be 4 blaze rods and an obsidian. That would be an even faster cook time. And then we need netherite. So how about I just take 4 blaze rods? Because I do know where a blaze thingy is, even though I'm a little bit not quite there yet, but I think I can make it happen, right? All right, so that should be a really nice furnace, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let's see how fast that is. That's not bad. I will take that. That is very nice. And we could totally add the upgrades and augments and stuff if we wanted to. So that's a pretty quick furnace going on right now. Yeah, I'm cool with this. I'm definitely cool with this. Now, in addition, I wanted to get some more Allthemodium ore. So one thing I want to smelt up more of is copper, so that I can get another copper doohickey. Now, is this mod in the pack where I can shift-click to pick things up? No. How about cardboard boxes? Is that hard to get? Sawdust from thermal, immersive, cellulose. Precision sawmill. All right, we're gonna have to probably hold off. I'm looking to see if there's any like non-machine way of getting the sawdust, and I'm not seeing it. So I'll just have to move this, or it's something else. I wanted to mess with this, right? Auto input and auto output might be cool. We'll take a look at it. But for now, I should be able to make another one of these. So if I did this, hit K, right? Isn't K the crafter? Oh, Shift K only, I guess. Oh, wrong K. U, K, Shift K. Okay, that'll do. And then I can make another batch of... Does this recipe exist? It does. Loving it. So then I can take you and do that. Beautiful. Okay, I like this. So let's go and look at the quests real quick, because I feel like there's a lot of quests that I've now been able to complete. I'm going to hang on to reward collected silicon. Okay. Not what I would call exciting, but okay, sure. I'm going to hang on to this Allthemodium ore because maybe there's something we can do with the ore itself that we can't do with other stuff. So I'll just hang on to it because I've got plenty of the other. I can find more of it if I need. I don't need that ore piece right now. And in addition to this, I get these guys and a random reward, which will give me an upgrade base from sophisticated backpacks, which is a good reminder that I need to make a backpack. For sure. I definitely need to make a backpack because I just absolutely do. Okay. Let's start smelting up at least some of this dust. Is there anything else we can do with the dust besides smelt it? Smelt it, smelt it, smelt it, smelt it. Nope, that's it. That's literally all it's used for. So, smelt it all. I made the teleport pad, which is cool. That gets me in and getting some EXP. The mining dimension has been reworked for 119. There are several new layers added. Allthemodium ore also spawns better in this dimension, as well as several new ores in the mining world. Check it out. I did. Cool. The other is the next place to go. And I think that is just putting the teleport pad itself, or making another teleport pad probably would be the better way to go, and putting it in the nether, right? Ooh, ancient berries of grant. Okay, that's cool. Only mention that soul lava and pig glitches. Okay, good times. Now an Allthemodium furnace would be cool to make, but it requires a netherite furnace, and I'm not quite there on netherite yet. Though I wonder if I can get an ancient debris. Oh, that would be cool if I could. One of these dudes. Charm of ancient debris, fire resistance, resistance. Charm of netherite site. I got to imagine that's going to let me see netherite. Maybe that's ancient debris because it is netherite scrap. Maybe. Maybe that'll let me see netherite. I mean, like, yeah, maybe. I don't know. All right, now in addition to that, let's see what other quests wise we got because I definitely want to make the tools here in a minute. But I've killed zombies, and I get a random reward for this, so I want to kind of see if I get anything cool. Anything good? What I get? Lapis? That's not a good reward. I always get very disappointed when random rewards. I know they're supposed to be random, but also, like, can they just be a little bit good sometimes? I did get the magnet as the first one, which was a great reward, and it set an expectation that I would get cool rewards, and then I haven't gotten anything good since. I guess stone was my random reward this time. Super not exciting again. I mean, it is random. I will grant that it's very random. So what's that? A pig? Fox. Fox spawn egg. All right, where else are we at? Blazes. Yeah, remember I killed them many episodes ago. Lapis again. What kind of big fail is that? Very fail. Very fail. All right. Yep, I get the bounty board thing. I need to kill another Enderman, and then I'll get. Wow, actually, it says 80%. So do I just need to get another Ender Pearl, and then I'm good? Kill the Warden. I don't know, I'm not doing that anytime soon. That thing scared me. Building materials I completed. Bed I completed. Seeds I completed. I just want to knock out all these quest thingies. The hammer I got, that was cool. Getting lots of experience. Really need to look into one of those experience obelisk storage things. Because I don't want to die and lose this EXP that I have, right? I've got 30 levels now. I feel like that's a... What was the name of the experience dude that I could get? It was in Tips and Tricks. It was this guy. I just need a bottle of enchanting, which I could get from Experience Droplet. Or I can enchant honey bottles. Okay. That's a thing. Dungeon chest. Shipwreck Treasures has it. Okay. So this might be the easiest path. It's a tier 4 seed, though, so that may not be actually that easy. No, it's probably not. Are there any other experience obelisk-y type things? There's the Insightful Crystal. I think that also requires a bottle of enchanting, though. Yep. Anything else that can store my experience for me in this pack? Not really seeing anything, right? Dun, 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 dun. Interesting. All right, I'll have to decide how I'm going to handle this. Because I would really like to store it. Let's try tank. Isn't there? Is it dark utilities that has a tank for it? No. What mod is this? Deeper and darker. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Neat. We have to check that out at some point, right? No. What's the one I'm thinking of where it's the XP drain? Yeah, this guy might work. Because I remember him being pretty cheap. Yeah, some ender pearls. I could probably get that at some point. Anything else XP storage-wise that I could look through? I'm just going to peek. So I think my best bet right now, if I want to get an experience bottle, is check out some of those shipwrecks. Because there is a shipwreck or two that we saw somewhere, wasn't it? That's a shipwreck there. Remember when we started out? There's a shipwreck down here too. So we could take a quick peek at those. But let's go into making our Allthemodium tools. I just want to see any other rewards that I can snag. Mostly experience related, unfortunately. Again, really need to, you know, store some of that experience. Okay. Mystical agriculture. We got this guy good to go. Yeah, we'll get into mystical agriculture. I think that's going to absolutely be a thing that we do. For sure. Okay. So with all this sorted now, let's get into Allthemodium tools, right? So I think I'm going to need the core hammer. So let's take a look at Allthemodium. What we want is the sword, the pickaxe. I'm assuming there's not a Paxel, right? There is an Allthemodium alloy Paxel, but I think you need to. I think you need this. Oh, it's an enchanting apparatus. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't see a Paxel at this tier of just like the early ones. And also, Allthemodium doesn't have S gear stats on it, so I don't think you can make an S gear tool out of Allthemodium, as a note. And then I probably want, all the armor too, right? So let's take a look at the book. I'm just curious if there's anything about these that I should know, right? So vibranium ore is found in the Crimson Warforce of the Nether. It's also found in the other dimension, deep underground, usually very close to piglin villages. So vibranium is the next tier, and then unobtainium is found in the end, after we kill the Ender Dragon. So a ways to go for there. The teleport pad we got covered already. It's how you get to the mining dimension and the other. The mining dimension is done here, where I'm at right now, and the other, I think you put the teleport pad in the Nether, and that's how you get there. Cool. In the Nether, yes. Okay, cool. Armor, Allthemodium armor, has several benefits other than just armor and toughness. Water breathing, no crash damage when flying with the Elytra. Immune to fire damage, no fall damage. When you upgrade the armor from Netherite, it keeps the enchants. Oh, I have to upgrade the armor from Netherite. Oh, that's a thing. Okay, so I do need Netherite armor before I can make this. How about for the pickaxe? The pickaxe and the sword is not the case. So I can get the pickaxe and the sword. I just can't get the armor yet until I get Netherite really flowing. But still, pickaxe and sword should be pretty cool. So let's try them out, shall we? So the pickaxe, because the sword has 16 damage compared to the 8. So it's literally twice as much damage as my osmium sword right now. And that's unenchanted. And I'm pretty sure you can enchant it. So yes, very nice. So we're going to need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And then what was it for 1, 2 of these? And that'll get me this dude. Sweet. And then the sword is going to be 2 of these. So 1, 2, and 1 of these. That ain't bad at all. So I'm pretty sure if I remember from the Skyblock series, these have infinite durability, or am I imagining that? Indestructible. Yep. Indestructible. Which means I can just literally come down here and boop, boop. And it takes no durability damage. That is cool. So indestructible, and it can mine pretty much anything. So at the Netherite tier. Yeah, I like I do like. Oh, pro tip! I figured out how to get construction mode to work. You have to shift mouse wheel to choose what block you want to place, and once you do that, you can then place blocks with this thing. Cool. All right. So Modium tools is done, which means I really don't need a lot of these other tools just yet. So I'm going to stick them in here. So I shouldn't need any of these anymore, right? This is all done. Going forward, I can use Modium for everything. I'll just go ahead and smelt up these two. Yeah, I didn't dust it. It's fine. We're pretty good in terms of Modium for now. So anything else super cool that we can make with all the Modium? We can make some really big discs. We can make the armor. That's how you get an advanced turtle and turtles. That's cool. Structure compasses. Those are kind of nice. But at the moment, I don't know. And there's a gear for it. So nothing is jumping out at me at the moment in terms of, hey, this would be really cool to have. All the Modium gears don't seem to have a use. And this is mostly just the tools. This is just for that thing. Anything that the blocks can do? Nothing terribly exciting, right? I can get a diamond ring from angel rings from it, but we still have lots of other things before we can get angel rings cooking. And then the furnace. Those are the main remaining things to get. So now that we've got these uber tools, all right, a couple more random rewards, and none of them were good. Boo for weak rewards. I'm going to turn you guys back into this, and then that, and then you guys can chill in there like this. Cool. All right. Now, let's get into tech. Does that sound like a plan? Should I do tech first, or should I do a house first? I think I'm going to start with tech, and then I can probably use gadgets and whatnot to build my houses. So having tech and access to RF would be nice. And then in addition to that, I could probably do... what is it? Iron furnaces. I could get the wireless heat transmitter, wireless heat receiver, blasting, smoking, factory. Converts into a factory, uses power for heat instead of fuel. I want that guy. Yeah. And then probably a speed augment. And that would be cool, right? For sure. Ooh, what's this? Rainbow linker. So yeah, well, let's start down the tech path. So I wanted to get some coal. So I need some gold nuggets, and I need some lapis. And so for the coal generator, I need blue dye. And I need the gold nuggets, that's right. Knew I was forgetting something. And the main reason I'm making this is just for the quest. Hooray! Quest complete, starter power. And quest complete. Gets me a random reward, which I guess was an iron furnace. Meh. Meh, I say. But that unlocks getting started chapter 2, which lets me start here. Okay. And then we want to make a metallurgic infuser. However, I want to point out that the quest line for Mekanism we can get into. And that wants me to make a heat generator and then a metallurgic infuser. So I'm going to make a heat generator real quick. Cool. Just so that I can knock out the quest. So for that, we're going to need osmium, copper, and a furnace. Okay, copper and osmium. For sure, we're going to need some of that stuff. So a furnace. Oh, right. I don't actually have any. So O, is it? No, it's I. And then I can turn you back into construction mode, and that's cool. Sweet. Then we can get our heat generator. Mostly for the purposes of, knocking out quests. Now we want a metallurgic infuser. So the heat generator, I've never actually used this thing, but I think it can either passively receive heat from adjacent blocks like lava, or you can feed it things like coal, and it'll generate heat and produce RF a little bit. Cool. I don't know how much I'm going to use it, but And then you presumably would just gobble up the coal and convert it directly into RF. Not a bad starter. Not great, right? Makes 60 RF a tick. That's not bad, right? And how much RF total do I get for a piece of coal? Guess we'll find out. So let's get a metallurgic infuser then, because that's the next big task for us. I should probably... I did not mean to do that. Okay, shift clicking will give you all the stacks. Today we learned. Okay, and by the way, you came up with 36,000 RF from doing that. So now we know how much a piece of coal is in that guy. So metallurgic infuser, we're going to want at least one more of these, so we can get a couple. We'll start with 2, and then we'll go from there. Cool. Easy peasy. And advancement made, advanced crafting methods, and all that good stuff. And then getting started, we also have this guy. Sweet. Now we want to get into making a wind generator. You want me to make the parts for it at least. I may or may not do that, because wind generators are okay-ish, I guess, but they're not amazing. The coal generator, though, I will probably take advantage of your power. Cool. And you should be getting power and dumping it adjacently? You are. Nice. Cool. All right, and then I can... what I usually do is you can turn into... not compressed. Enriched. That's the word I'm looking for. That needs an enrichment chamber. So can I knock one of those out real quick? Yeah, I just need a couple osmium with redstone. That shouldn't be too bad. And then you'll supply all the power I need for a little bit. And that should be cool. And I should probably work towards getting some steel as well. So let's do like 16 and 8. Is that fair? Because you know we're going to need to double this. And that'll get me rolling. So let me come back in a minute once I process all the stuff I need to get started with mech. All right, a little bit of crafting off camera, and I've got an enrichment chamber. Woo! Which means I can probably relatively quickly make some redstone enrichment, and probably should get some coal enrichment as well. So with that stuff covered, because I'm pretty much trying to knock this out super quick, but I also want to get the quest rewards as I can. Yeah, no, I did that already. I did. Do what now? Getting started with Mekanism comes from automated ore smelting with Mekanism? Where's this at? Sticking with Mekanism. Oh, okay. I guess that's this chapter. Okay, yeah, no, that is that. That is that path. Okay, that makes sense. So, I guess I need some infused alloys, some energy tablets, just to get the quests knocked out. But I'm not gonna actually make... I guess I do have to make the wind turbine. Well, give me a muffling. Well, that's kind of cool. And, you know, but I want to get power storage as well. And then we'll probably... I'll probably go with the ethylene gas, because that's usually a pretty OP power gen option, right? And then we'll go from there. So I think if I knock out this, it should kick off a bunch of these quests being completed, because I did a lot of this stuff already. So just by completing these should make my life a lot easier. So the main objective for now would be to get infused alloys, which should be you guys, right? And that should be cool. And then, what else did I need for that quest? I need some of these, which is also going to need infused alloys. That shouldn't be a problem, though. Alright, back when more crafting is done. Alright, so 2 energy tablets. Knocks that out. And then I just need... If I get one more of these, will that count, or no? I think it's counting, like, the most I've had at any time in the quest. Yeah, it's saying 4 out of 5, but we have to wait for a few more, it looks like. How are you doing? Because I want to get my coal cooking as soon as I can, too. This is my time in a bottle already. Alright, this should be cool now. Quest complete. Wind turbine. Part 1. And I'll make the wind turbine, because you know what? Passive power gen never hurt anybody. It's rare that I use it, because generally speaking, it's not great anymore. Most things that are passive, like solar and wind, are pretty small amounts of RF, and you can get much better RF with passive style things. But look how many quests just completed as a result of what I did. See? I told you all these quests were done. We went to the Nether. We found the Deep Dark. Oh, you want me to make a Nature's Compass, and that's how I complete that quest. That's fine. Netherite upgrade or something. Okay. Ooh, a lot of experience, too, for that. And then you want me to go to the end. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, look at all this stuff. Lots of quests marked complete. I do want to get the factory augment. And that looks easy to make, too. Like, really easy. I'll probably want to do that. Once I get power established and everything, then we'll start. Though, I'm debating whether or not I'm going to keep going down the Iron Furnaces route or go with the Mechanism. But this thing's pretty quick, in fairness. And once we get to, I think higher tiers have multiple, don't they? Am I remembering that correctly? Like, there's multiple slots in the higher tier ones? At some point, you get multiples. That's all I remember. I'm gonna throw this guy in here and get him cooking as well. Okay, great. And then why don't I get more of this? Cool. Alright, now with that all done, let's get a energy storage dude. Sounds like a good plan. So for that, we're going to need 2 more of these. 1, 2. And then I'm going to need 1 of these. And now I've got an energy cube, which is cool. And that's very nice for me, because it means that I'll be able to charge up gadgets. Okay. Speaking of, ooh, learning to fly. Nice. Yeah, jetpacks are cool. And then building gadgets. The best building tool. Aw, yay! This chargeable item can place blocks for you. To use it, make sure you find the settings, keybind, and go to your building gadgets. Yeah, I totally want to make one of these for sure. Because, you know, why wouldn't I? Alright, now that we've got that all situated, debating how I want to set this thing up. I know I'm probably going to want some power cables, right? So maybe some basic universal cables. I'm going to need more steel cooking for sure. Let's do this real quick. And that'll get me some more steel ingots. You're nice and done. Cool. Alright, can I get a tier upgrade yet? Because that might not be awful. This guy. Tier installer. Yeah, I can make one of those. I've got some of this. Two of them? Yeah. And then if we split you, that seems like it's okay. You're using 60 RF a tick, and you're using 60 RF a tick. So each one of these on their own are using the RF that this makes. So the only reason they're still running is because there's a buffer there. We seem to be okay. I don't know how you're maintaining. Oh, because you're done now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's why. That's not bad. So steel dust is good. Let me throw... I need more steel for sure. I know that much. So you're cool, and you're cool. Nice. And then you can smelt up and get me more steel. Look how fast it is. I love it. And then in addition, I'm going to want to plop this dude here, probably, for now. And he'll start filling up with his buffer. Nice. Now, you might not quite be able to handle the power, because right now we're splitting the 60 that you're making, 30 and 30. And obviously that's not going to be able to keep up. But I'm not going to worry about that right now, because this is all obviously very temporary. What I'm going to want are those universal dudes ready to go. 16 is probably a good start. Cool. Okay. Good deal. Let me knock out and collect all these quest rewards, and then we'll be right back. Ooh, one of the quests gave me an augment for speed in the quest rewards. That's cool. That can go in there. And that makes things smelt all that much faster, right? What do I have that I can smelt as a demonstration of this? Yeah, about some osmium. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I'm down with that. That is very nice. Okay. I was just flipping through and knocking out all the, you know. Ooh, Vial of Searing Expulsion. What is that? From Apotheosis? Looks like a lot going on there. Use in the smithing table to unsocket apotheotic gems. The gems will be destroyed in the process. Oh, okay. Alright, is that everything then? Pretty much, yeah. Alright, let's try this factory augment here. Easy peasy enough to make. So that gets slotted in here. And now he's got many a slots. I told you there was a multi-slot way of doing it. Auto split on. So now if I gave you power, and we will side config output to the top, you should be getting juice now. Oh, you hold 1,000,000 RF? My goodness, that's going to be a lot. Let's move this guy to under here for a sec. Obviously temporary. But I would like you to be charged up so I can charge up my gadget in a minute, but I also want you to have the power to, you know, be awesome. So in theory, I do this, and wow, that's fast. I like how fast that is. Burns through power, though. Yeah, it does. That is a power-hungry little machine, but that's okay, because that was some fast crafting right there. I will take it. All right, now that we've got this all set up, should we make a building gadget? Sure, why not? Where's my diamonds? So you're good. I just need a little bit more iron. Okay. And then in theory, I should be able to charge you up once you have a buffer, which is probably going to be a minute. So here's a question. If I break this, does he retain his power? No, not only does he not retain his power, but he doesn't even retain his upgrades. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but not the end of the world bummer. So for now, you're just going to chill up here. And I'm going to leave the upgrades in there, but we're gonna be moving soon. What I do need to do is get better power gen, but we'll work on that very quickly. Okay, so building gadget's done. That quest is now complete. That's pretty cool. Okay. Hey, I got a copper warhammer as a quest reward. Okay, sure, why not? All right, so I'd really like... I'd really like to make my base out of... Yeah, let's do this. If I remove the factory upgrade here for a sec, you can go back to accepting coal as a fuel source, right? So why don't I smelt up some cobble so I can make some nice-ish looking blocks. Is that cool? There's also Chisel Remastered in this pack, which is a good thing. So we can get some cool looking patterns, right? That might be an idea. That might be a cool one. I'll play with these a little bit maybe next episode. For now, I just want to get... let's also do this. If I could have a couple chests. Can you open? You cannot. Alright, so if I say output right, input left, auto. Sweet. Now we're cooking. That's awesome. It's another reason I like the Iron Chest mod. Just nice, simple automations like that are very useful early game. All right, so I'm going to say you guys have seen me build a 9x9 before. So between episodes right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside. I'm going to clear a bit of terrain over here with my axe or whatever I have that I can do that with. Then I'm going to pick a nice flat spot. Hello, Enderman. Come here, you. I want Ender Pearls. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. And then I'm going to, like I said, things and stuff. The stuff. I'm gonna make my base, my general standard 9x9 design. Then I will come back and next episode to make make a base and get it up and situated, right? So I might even move some of my resources and my chests and stuff between episodes, only because, you know, that might be a good idea. Yeah, it probably will be a good idea to move all these resources. It might be a hassle, so I'm gonna have to see if there's anything I can do to move them in a better way. Because being able to pick up the chests somehow would be very, very nice. I just have to figure out how I can do that. I might probably wind up, I should say. I'm gonna put you guys. Nah, you're too full. I'll put the mechanism stuff in here along with all the others. I will probably wind up maybe making the crusher for mechanism so that I can make cardboard boxes, and then I can use those to pick up the chests. But one way or another, I'm going to come back next episode with a better base in some way, shape, or form. Probably don't need this repair kit anymore, right? Once I make my backpack, it'll probably wind up going in there, and then we'll be fine. Okay, cool. For now, Del20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time to have a base ready to play in, and then we can really get started. For now, take it easy.